Hey guys, good morning. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with percent proportion. So now I'm going to give you word problems, not just the is or the of, okay? So again, you can use the percent proportion if I ask you to find the percent or I give you a problem that has a percent number in there, okay? So the setup is the exact same thing as the other day. Is part of whole equals percent over 100. But since they're word problems, we're going to be pretty much using the part to whole, okay? Part to whole. All right. So you can go ahead and press pause and copy this down if you want to. I have a couple more, an example down here, but go ahead and copy what you can down, press pause, and then press play when you're ready. Okay. Oops, sorry, my pen's out. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over this first problem. Okay. A farmer sells 32 pounds of his small 96-pound potato crop. What percent of the crop did he sell? Now, this is a key word, okay? This is the word that tells me they want a percent in their answer, so I could use the percent proportion. Now, since this is a word problem, not just the is of, I'm just going to put part to whole, okay? And that's going to equal our percent over 100, just like yesterday, except or the other day, but now we just have a word problem, okay? So we have to figure out, obviously, I do not see a number with a percent sign. So that is going to be our variable. So I have to figure out the part and the whole amount, okay? The whole amount is pretty much a generalized term. The students, the crop, okay? And the part is, what's the part I'm talking about? Okay, the girls, the boys, how much he sold. Okay, so stuff like that. So if we take a look here, it says a farmer sells 32 pounds of his small 96-pound potato crop. So I always think the whole amount is the easiest to find. Okay, what is the whole amount of his crops that he has? He has 96 pounds, okay, of potato crop. So this is my whole amount. It's my total crops. So that 96 goes here, okay? Now, we're just talking about the little part that he sold, okay? This right here is the part. They always ask you here what part they want. I want the part that he sold. Well, he sells 32 pounds, sorry. Okay, so 32 is my part. Okay, you don't have to write the units down because it is just a percentage. Again, we just have part to whole. That's your job. And majority of the time, the part will be smaller than the whole, unless, of course, the percent is greater than 100. Okay, so now we're going to solve these the way we have been. You can simplify this ratio here, this fraction first, if you wanted to. Okay, and you'll get the same answer. But I'm going to go ahead and multiply 32 times 100. And like I said on the last video, 32 times 1 is 32. And then add the 2 zeros at the end. And we're dividing that by the number that's left over, the number that's stuck with the variable, which is the 96. I can't use a shortcut because I don't have zeros there, so now we have to divide. So 96 goes into 3, 0 times, 32, 0 times, into 320. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 3, definitely 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 1 is 28. That's a 2. That's a 3. And bring down the 0. Okay, so then 96 into 320 goes 3 again. You know what's going to happen? I think I see what's happening. Do y'all see what's going to happen? I think it's going to keep on going, guys. 0. It's going to keep going. Okay. So just by noticing what I kept on getting as a remainder, which was 32, 32, 32. That tells me it's going to be a repeating decimal. Okay. So there's two ways you can write this. I can do 33.3%. Okay. Or since I know it is a repeating decimal of 0.3, I can write 33 1/3%. Okay, so either one of these is kind of correctly. Okay, so you might see it either way on your multiple choice. Okay, all right, so that's all we do. So again, cross multiply and divide. Your job is just to find the part versus the whole amount. Okay, so let's take a look at the second one. So if you didn't have a chance to write it, go ahead and copy that down. Press pause. Okay. So number 2, it says on Saturday, 15%. Ooh. I see a percentage. I'm going to get ready. I see a percentage. So it's going to be part to whole equals percent and 100. And I already saw that percent there. Boom. That's what my brain tells me to do. That's what I do. Okay. I'm going to keep on reading. On Saturday, 15% of tickets sold are child tickets. If there were 440 total tickets sold, how many were children? Okay, well, the other number I have here is this 440. Is that part of the tickets sold, or is that the whole amount of tickets sold? Can you figure it out? What does total mean? In all. So the 450 is my whole amount of tickets that I sold that day. So the 440 is going to go down here, which means I'm just looking for the part that are children's ticket. There's a little part that are children's. So you see how the whole amount is pretty much generalized, all the tickets, and the part is going to be more specific, like children tickets or adult tickets. Okay, so that's what I mean by generalization versus specifics. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply 440 times 15. So I'm going to do that right here. 440 times 15. Okay, so now I have 6,600 divided by the number that's with the variable, which is the 100. We get to do the shortcut because I have zeros in both of them. So I'm going to take 1 0 here and 1 0 there. 1 0 and 1 0. Good. So what I have to do is really divide 1 into 66, which is fairly easy because anything divided by 1, if you notice here, gives you the exact same answer. Okay, so I can say that there are 66 child tickets sold. Okay. And that's our answer. So out of the 440 total tickets they sold that day, 66 were child tickets. And that's what 15% represents. Got it? Okay. Let's go to the last example I have here. Right there so you can see it. There you go. Okay. Go ahead and copy that down. Press pause if you need to, and then come back and press play. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We have the ratio of girls to boys is 4 to 6. What is the percent of boys in the class? Okay, so they're asking you to find a percent. When they ask you to find a percent, that means I can use is part, I don't know why I did that, sorry, is part of whole equals percent over 100. Now on this question, since they're asking for the percentage, I already know that my variable is right there. Okay, I have to figure out part to whole. Now, they're going to trick you here. Okay, they gave you a ratio of girls to boys. So that means the 4 is the girls and the 6 is the boys. Okay, but we got to be careful. We need to know part to whole amount. So I need to figure out what is the whole amount of students. Okay, so I need the whole students. Okay, to do that, we're going to add the girls plus the boys, which gives me a total of 10 students. Okay, this is your whole amount right here. I need to figure out how many whole amount of students am I talking about here? Well, I'm talking about 10. There's 10 in this class, okay? Because I have 4 girls and 6 boys, which together I have 10. So my whole amount of students would be 10 whole students. The part I want to know, they want to know how many boys, what percent of boys that is. Okay, well, let's figure it out. How many boys are in this class of 10? There are 6 boys in that class of 10. Okay, so now that I have this correct, okay, there are 6 boys out of 10 students, 6 boys out of 10 students. Let's figure out the percentage. Okay, so let's go from this fraction into a percent. So we're going to go ahead and cross multiply. 6 times 100, that's just pretty much 6 times 1 is 6. Add the 2 zeros at the end. Divide it by the number that's with the variable, which is the 10. We can do a shortcut since I have zeros on the in and the outs. So I'm going to take 1 from him and 1 from inside. And that's all I can take. So what I'm really dividing is 1 into 60, which goes 60 times. Remember, anything you divide by 1 stays the same. So the percent of boys in this class is 60. Now, since they asked for a percent, you write that percent down, okay, is 60%. And once you know the boys, now you can figure out the percent of girls. If there's 60% of boys in this classroom, then I can pretty much tell you that there's 40% of girls because, 60% plus 40% gives you that whole amount of 100%. Okay? So in this one, your job, should you choose to accept it, is to figure out the part versus the whole. Okay? You ready to try some out on your own? All right. Let's see. Let me get your try it outs. The book's getting thicker and thicker. It's getting harder to, I think I'm losing some of the binding. That's okay. All right, here you are. Go ahead and press pause. Try them out on your own and then press play and let's see how you did. Okay. All right, let's see. Number 1. 3 out of 5 students prefer pizza over hamburgers. What percent is this? Okay, so there's my fraction. 3 out of 5 students. Okay, so my part is 3. My whole is 5 because it tells me right there 3 out of 5. Done. Okay, and they want to know the percent. So remember, I saw the percent, which means I don't know what percent it is, but I know it's out of 100. So now we're going to go ahead and cross multiply. So did you do 3 times 100, which gave you 300? Okay. And then did you divide that by 5? Okay, then you should have got, don't forget that last 0, it is part of the whole number. You should have got 60%. 60%. And since they asked for a percent, you had to have put this percent symbol there. Okay? Did you get it good? All right, then let's do the next one. 75%. Ooh, okay? That tells me right away, since I see that percentage, it's going to be part to whole percent in 100. And that's a 75%, so that goes right here. Yay! Okay, let me keep on going. 75% of students pass the math test. If there are 130 students in class, how many pass the math test? Okay, so I need to figure out part to whole. That 130 students, if there are 130 students in class, that is my whole amount. So you should have figured out that this 130 is the whole amount of students I'm talking about. I want to know the part that passed. Okay, this is my part. I don't know how many passed. I know 75% of them passed, but I want to know what number that is. So that's my X. Now we're going to go ahead and cross multiply. Let me be careful on this one. 130 times 75. And times 3 is 21. 9. 97.50. Let me double check because I have been known to make mistakes. Always double check with the calculator when you can. So 97.50, good. Divide that by the number that's with the variable, which is the 100. Ooh, I like this one. Take out 1 0 from each because I get to use that shortcut. 97.5. So that goes 9 times. Bring down my 5. That goes 7 times. Add a decimal. And it goes 5 times. So how many passed? 97.5 students passed. Okay. I can't have part of a student, so if you don't see any decimals there, I would just say 97 passed. 97 passed. Okay. Oops, sorry. There you go. Any questions there? Oh, I wish you all here so I can talk to y'all. But we're not. Okay. Then if you have questions, please come to the Google Meet. You know I do at least 3-4 questions with y'all. Okay. And then submit your form after you've talked to me, especially if you have questions. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. Y'all have a great day.